We've been discussing the year that was 2022. Joe, you wrote an article, just very compelling, entitled "What Progressives Are Really Trying to Do and Why." Can you tell me the premise of this article?
Sure. What there is in academia, in business, in the top business circles, in government, and in the media is a real shift in thinking to the role of big government, and the fact that the society is fundamentally flawed, and this elite, this small group of people in different areas, have the solution to that problem, and we, the lessers, the peons, have to go along with it. It's important to note this is not some kind of conspiracy theory. They're not working in some kind of hidden cabal in the back rooms. There are a lot of different groups, including environmental groups, obviously, who have overlapping agendas. Some are socialists, some are crypto-Marxists, some are just progressives, but they all share that common conviction that there's something profoundly wrong with Canadian society and the economy, and the government has to play a bigger role in our lives, a more intrusive role, and they're the ones to tell us how we should go about this. And you see that as an example in the environmental group, which interestingly enough doesn't really come clean on what is in effect an anti-human agenda. I mean, their policy prescriptions don't make any sense. They don't really deal with climate change. If you want to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, take a look at what's happening to Europe. Their policies have led to more coal being used. People are burning wood pellets. In Poland, they're burning garbage because they are determined not to freeze to death in the dark. And so how can you explain policies that are so counterproductive? Well, for a lot of them, the human impact, I mean, it sounds crazy, but the human impact on the planet is fundamentally negative, and we have to minimize it and reduce it. And that seems to be behind the obsession that the federal government has about climate change, which has created divisions in the country, which has reduced economic growth, which has resulted in the cancellation of $150 billion in projects, which made us less energy independent and made us unable to help our allies in a time of great need. I mean, for example, the Chancellor of Germany, Olaf Scholz, came to Ottawa begging for gas, and what he got was talk about hydrogen, which is down the road 10 or 20 years. And then the Prime Minister of Japan, Kishida came with the same request, and he also basically got the backhand from a country that ranks third in terms of proven oil reserves and about fourth or fifth in terms of proven gas reserves. So we aren't there to help our neighbors, and we aren't there to help ourselves. And this is part of an agenda which is shared by a lot of progressives, and it's really working against the economic and security interests of our country.
100%, and I might add to that when we said no to Germany and Japan, it's leading to a dirtier planet, because they are buying it from regimes that are less clean and less environmentally friendly than Canada. So it's a lose-lose, and those were high-paying jobs that we could have had in Canada, and a lot of prosperity and tax dollars that could go into bridges and to healthcare and to a whole variety of other areas that we really need help in.